Happy Halloween, Duelist. MCohl40 here, giving you guys a special Ghostrick Deck Profile. And if you manage to find your way over to the NoLimitGamingTCG YouTube page without dying, you guys will get to see vampires as well. So guys, I hope that you will enjoy both of these deck profiles. There will also be some duel videos on this channel of some Ghostrick versus vampire. So I hope you guys enjoy and you guys have a good Halloween. But if you guys remember the last format, Ghostricks actually topped in Japan. I revisited that former deck list and re-changed things up now that more things have come out. Now that Ghostrick Mary exists, we have a much easier way to afford to take battle damage and then special summon a Ghostrick from the deck. So after you take mutilating battle damage, you can play Mary, recruit for any of your Ghostricks directly from your deck. So it's a free beam out Rhoda, which is very nice. We already do have the Jingashi, which is the Rhoda already. But Mary adds a little bit more consistency to the already consistent engine that this deck seems to have. If you also know, Stein gives you the awesome ability to recruit for Ghostrick Panic, which is one of the best trap cards in the game. Just the ability to have a Book of Moon on any of your opponent's monsters to disrupt their key plays is very nice. So you have to remember your primary engine is going to be Stein, and this you can set up defensive walls with Ghostrick House, but when I was playtesting the original version of this deck in the new format, the deck was just not cooperating without needing more back row. So I upped the deck to 41 to get in more trap cards. I did some shifting around. I dropped cards like Lance, and I dropped Starlight Road and things like that. Yes, I still do have Stardust in the extra. I haven't really changed much of the extra yet. Key cards for the extra deck, your go-to guys are the Ghostrick Dolham, because its effect is a quick effect, which is absolutely stupid. You can have any of your opponent's monsters at any time during either player's turn, which is absolutely nuts. And then when it dies, you get to pick back up a Ghostrick card, so one of the materials flips back to your hand. So just that free recursion. The second main card is, of course, the loot card. And you're playing against stall anti-meta decks, you just get the free pop on the back row. It's a floating 1800, same thing that when it dies, you get to recruit back one of your many Ghostricks that you have in the main deck. And for rank 2s, the more important one is the Digim Buster. Yes, you only do play the 3 witches, so it's a little bit harder to get into, but having the ability just to have the negator for your opponent's monster effects to burn them for 500 is very nice. Other than that, the rest of the extra deck is just generic pieces that are thrown in here to hold the deck together. There are other things that you might want to include in here if you begin to kind of mess around with this. Things like Armor Kappa, Dagasto M, or Phoenix, things like that you feel that you might need. The extra deck is just a toolbox for that variant. So, start things off. Triple Stein, like I said, basically you stab for damage, you recruit for the field spell, which lets you blanket the field and protect your Ghostricks. You're going to take some damage, but you have cards like Lantern, things like that to mitigate the damage. Or Ghostrick Panic, which is just trap card, Book of Moon, disrupt your opponent's plays, and then get it back to your turn, which is actually very nice. So, like I said, triple Stein, triple Gingashi, or Jingashi. Once again, he's the formal road of the deck. Flip, you add a Ghostrick from your deck to your hand whose level is equal to or less than the number of Ghostricks on the field, which is very nice. Triple Witch, she lets you set one monster on your opponent's field, so your opponent has a high attack monster, you flip it face down, you stab it by battle, and you get over it. Next up, Triple Lantern. Basically, when they attack the Ghostrick, you negate the attack, special summon this card from your hand. It's a very nice floater. And then Triple Spectre. Basically, when your Ghostrick somehow dies, you special summon this guy, and then you draw a free card. So it puts one more Ghostrick on the board, and it's a self-replacing card, which is actually very nice. And then Triple Mary, the second Rhoda of the deck. Like I said, when you take stab battle damage to yourself, you ditch this, and then you special summon one from your deck. So whatever your opponent's going to do to you, main phase 2 might be dangerous, but I like Mary just because of the passive. As for the spells, the one of Allure, I don't get this off all that often. There will be times where you just have terrible cards in your hand and you want more draw power. It is good. The one of Dark Hole, 2 dualities, you might want to consider 3. Don't special summon all that much in this deck. Turn 1, turn 2. Next up, 2 MSTs, 1 Book of Moon, Triple Swords of Concealing Light. This lets you play off your opponent's monsters. Basically, you can lock out your opponent's key plays for 2 turns while you find some way to combo up to get rid of them. It allows you to slow down your opponent to play the game on your level. Next up, the 2 field spells, which let you create that blanket that I was talking about. As for the traps are very important in this particular deck. You needed a lot more of them. That's why we're playing a lot more. Uh, I wouldn't play more than 41. Finding 41 to be a decent number. 40 would be ideal, but there's nothing I'd really want to take out. So one bottomless, the 2 Mirror Force, 2 Deep Prisons, triple Panic, the 2 Fiendish Chains, and then the 1 Warning. Pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, the deck's 41. You know, it does have massive searching, and having the 1 additional card wouldn't hurt you all that much. As for the extra deck, 1 of Slacker Magician, the 2 Ghostrick Dolham, 1 Gotchi, and the 1 Digim Buster. Terabyte, I'd probably consider dropping this terrible card. The 1 of Zenmains, 1 Tempo. This actually let me get over a black ship that was causing problems and annoying me. Just, you know, if they were going to XYZ up on the next turn, I could just disrupt it and have a 2700 beater. Worked out pretty well. The 1 of Levier, 2 Alu cards, just for set heavy matchups. The 1 Giga Brilliant, if you can somehow get to this, you can start powering up your beat sticks. It's very nice. The Leviathan and the Asagol, and then the Stardust, which you can sub out. I would actually consider sideboarding the Starlight Road, depending on if you wanted to give that a shot. I'd almost recommend it. But yeah, guys, this is Ghostricks. I hope you guys have a good Halloween. Go over to the No Limit Gaming TCG Facebook page for the contests that we have going on, and check out the YouTube channel for the vampire deck list. So I will talk to you guys later on. Trick or treat, Duelist.